8.4. Develop project team. This process enhances team performance and increases the likelihood of creating a positive team environment where team members trust and respect the project manager. The project manager will also ensure that team members have access to the necessary training to help them excel at their jobs. This process ought to occur throughout the execution process group. For the PMP exam, remember, a prerequisite of any team to create meaningful project work is their ability to work as one cohesive unit. The project manager is responsible for creating a positive team environment that fosters team member interactions. You will also need to be familiar with the human motivational and developmental theories and their creators. Output. Team performance assessments. This key output is an indication of whether or not the team is performing as a solid unit. If a positive team dynamic is evident, the project manager has done a good job of developing the project team. Inputs. The three main inputs of this process are the outputs of the two preceding processes. If you really think about it, this domino effect makes a lot of sense. You can't hire a project team without having a human resource management plan. You can't develop a project team without a team. Tools and techniques. Interpersonal skills. These skills, which we covered in a previous module, are a key competency for the project manager in positively influencing the project team. For example, imagine that you're a project manager working in a functional organization. All of your resources have been appointed to you by their functional manager, and now you need to influence them without having the authority to reward them or penalize them. How would you do that? By using your interpersonal skills, of course. Training. For the PMP exam, remember, the project manager is responsible for arranging training for project staff members who have not demonstrated the needed skill to do their job. There is a direct correlation between competent staff members and a positive team dynamic. Team building activities will also be performed in this process. Ground rules. Ground rules set a basis for the team's behavior. Without setting ground rules, the project manager has little basis or authority to hold staff members accountable for behavior that is deemed inappropriate. The best time to set ground rules is at a kickoff meeting. The best time to hold a kickoff meeting is at the beginning of the executing process group once the project team has been acquired. Co-location. Co-location is when the project manager brings the team into the same physical location to work together at key stages of the execution process group. The key benefits of co-location include more effective and timely communication, higher team member interaction, and team building. On the PMP exam, co-location may also be known as a war room. Associate war room with co-location. Recognition and rewards. This tool and technique is driven by several human motivational and performance theories. You'll need to memorize the theories and their founders for the exam. Bruce Tuckman's stages of team development. According to Bruce Tuckman, there are 5 different stages of team development: forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. Forming. Associate forming with the early stages of building the project team, team member uncertainty pertaining to the scope of the project, and a lack of team member familiarity. Storming. Associate this with a dysfunctional team. This is the most dangerous stage of team development. Norming. This stage refers to the team members displaying characteristics of unity and familiarity with project work. This is also the first stage of team development where meaningful teamwork occurs. Performing. Associate this stage as the ultimate state of performance of a team. Adjourning. This is the last stage of team development. In this stage, the team members work with the project manager to gather lessons learned and reflect on the competencies they have gained from the project. Herzberg's hygiene motivational theory. According to Herzberg, employees are motivated by 2 different factors: hygiene factors and motivational factors. Think of hygiene factors as extrinsic factors and motivational factors as intrinsic factors. Vroom's expectancy theory. Think of this as the carrot and the stick theory. This theory states that individuals are more likely to be motivated by work if they know there's a reward waiting for them. Achievement theory. This theory is also known as McClellan's theory. According to this theory, individuals are motivated by power, achievement, and affiliation. McGregor's theory X and Y. For the PMP exam, associate theory X managers as project managers who have little trust in their team members. Theory X project managers are also associated with micromanagement. Theory Y project managers are the opposite of Theory X. They empower individuals with authority and champion independence in the workplace. Uchi's Theory Z. This theory believes in increasing employee loyalty by offering them lifelong employment with a focus on their well-being. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This extremely popular theory states 5 distinctive levels of human needs. This is a favorite on the PMP exam, so make sure that you remember these 5 levels. Be careful. The lowest level of the hierarchy is physiological, not psychological. Also, the social level may be known as love or belonging. Types of project management power: reward power, punishment power, expert power, legitimate power, and referent power. Reward power. This type of power allows the project manager to reward others. Punishment power. This type of power allows the project manager to punish others. For the exam, remember, this is the least desirable type of power to use. Expert power. This is power vested upon the project manager not by virtue of his title or position, but rather by the knowledge he or she brings to the table. Legitimate power. This type of power may also be known as formal power. This is the power a project manager gets by virtue of his title or placement in the organizational chart. Referent power. This type of power is where an individual influences others by virtue of his or her networks and relationships. Leadership styles. Autocratic, laissez-faire, democratic, situational, transactional and transformational, participative, and consultative.